we're going to speak about cold compost. So we started like 2 weeks ago here. So basically at the beginning you take soil from different place. You try to take it from under a nice tree, old tree. You take this soil, but you're careful not to take stone or anything, just soil. So you take a handful of different place and you put in a bucket. So if you can, you put also bentonite, which is a nice clay. If you don't have, it's okay, it's working also. You can also grab a piece of like any compost you've got, wormy compost or hot compost, just strain it and put inside. And this is the beginning of the cold compost. So then you're going to start feeding the cold compost every day. And to feed it, basically you're taking your kitchen waste or any green from the garden, any weed that is growing, you put in a mixer, you mix it, and then you take out the juice. You just use the squeeze stuff. You take care of taking out all the juice so that it's as dry as possible, and then you put in the compost and you just stir it. You move it every day. At the beginning you might not feed it every day, just like every 3 or 4 days, but then you can feed it every day after a bit. So every day you're moving it, and then after a certain time, when you reach approximately half of the bucket of soil and half of green or kitchen waste, you stop feeding it, you strain it, so you take out all the pieces, and then you put it to rest in a bucket like that.
So to dry first then? Like,
dry?
Yeah, the soil must be wet.
Yeah, the soil is not wet. You never put water, and the kitchen waste are kind of dry because you take out the juice. So it is dry. You just strain it to take out the piece that has not been really eaten by the compost, and then you let it rest in a bucket like that. You just put a lid on, but it shouldn't be airproof, and you put it on a shade area. And when it's resting, you can move it maybe once a week or from time to time. But then you let it rest for approximately 3 months. And after this time, to use it, the best, so you want it to be in water with some air. But as here we don't have electricity, you cannot do a pump in the water. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the soil that has been strained and rest. You put in a bucket with some water and you stir it energetically, really energetically. Then you take the water without the pieces, you strain it, and the water from the compost, you put 1 liter with 10 liters of normal water, and then you're going to water in your field. But very important, you don't go to water when it's hot. You try to go water after the rain or just before it's raining, so it's going to go more equally everywhere. Yeah, that's it. And
so how much this compost use in how many fields?
So normally 1 liter of the compost should be for 1 acre.
So 1 liter is?
So 1 liter, you just take a bottle and you fill it with the
and
compost.
mix with 10 liter of water.
Yeah, with 10 liters of water. So it's like 11. No. 1 liter of this. So you put this in a liter of in a bottle of 1 liter. You put in the water, you stir it, and then the water from this, which will be more than 1 liter, you mix with 1 for 10.
So how is efficient? How much?
Efficient?
Yeah.
What
This cold compost, how is different from other? And
so the difference is this one is bringing microorganisms. It's not like fertilizing the soil, it's making the soil better. So the aim is not to get a good crop this year, it's just to make the soil better, so the year after it will be easier.
So it's like making the soil very good for the upcoming
It's a very efficient one, and not only for 1 year, it's just like long-term one.
So how often we can use?
This is just you're trying, not so often, I guess. Just try to see 1 liter for 1 acre per year, so not so often. And also important to be practical, it's better to have 3 buckets. So you have 1 bucket you're feeding every day, 1 that is resting, and 1 that is used.
Yeah. It's nice.
That's it.
Thank you for explaining this nice
You're
old
welcome.
compost.
Thank you, Christoph, for explaining me.
You're a good student.